What is good? What is good, guys? We are back. I know you haven't seen me in a good hour or so, but we are back and ready to fucking go. Ross, Jordan, how we doing today?
Man, fantastic. Blessed, grateful, hungry. How you
Funny.
doing, Ross?
It's funny. You just said the magic word. I'm feeling pretty hungry. Hungry too, man. We got some new leads. It's a beautiful day. Uh, Joey just crushed an entire steak. So I mean, if he can lock it up on a full stomach while Jordan and I are hungry, it's going to be a great day.
Oh, we're getting it. We are fucking getting it.
Let's go.
Come on, come on.
Tim said, let's lock it up.
Come on.
I got two appointments coming up right now, so let me call my morning appointment that I missed my call with. My bad. Oh, I actually have an inbound call coming in. Who could this possibly be? Hello?
Hey, the Joey.
Yeah.
Hey, I just stand down here. I thought I was getting him off today. That he picked up.
Uh, Hold on one second, Stan. Let me pull your stuff up.
Okay.
Yes, we are good to talk right now. This is actually the perfect time. I just got to pull up your info so I know what I'm looking at, and let's get right into it, brother.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So it's your property. You're selling your property in Maryville, Tennessee, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. How much you looking to get for it?
Oh, well, I've already mentioned that it's going to be going plus.
Let me scroll
I'm
up.
not sure. Yeah.
What was the price you're looking for, just so I have it? I see you had sent some.
It has to be over 400,000. I sent you some pictures. Last around for 395, 398. They sold in less than a month.
Okay. So something over 400 is what you'd be looking to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we do have a real estate guy lined up. We hadn't signed the papers yet. Like I wouldn't mind setting up commissions.
That makes perfect sense. Okay. And it's something, if I did get you an offer that you were happy with, you'd be ready to start the process right now?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah. They got the date, but we're not in a hurry. But,
No, completely understood. Okay. And then is it just you on the deed, or is there anyone else that has to be for? Go ahead.
it's my mother's. It's about a month ago, and it's going to go down the road.
Understood.
That's it. Taking a horse.
Okay, so it's gonna go to you and your brothers. And then are you the one that's in charge of the wholesale, or do your brothers have to be in charge of the sale as well?
That both of us driven, but I mean, we're in and all that. Yeah, they might just not get to my name or his name, make it
Okay, and was there a will in place or anything?
yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Would it make sense to get your brother on a call then to go over the whole process and then see if we can get you guys an offer?
It'll be clear title when you get here. I mean, clear deed. As far as that goes, I mean, I can get him on there if you want to. I'm sort of busy.
Yeah, it's just if as long as he's on board with everything, like if I come in at a number that makes sense for both of us, I just want to make sure we can get going right now, basically.
Yep. Yeah, I
Okay.
guarantee that.
Okay. So basically, the way my go ahead.
Go ahead.
So basically, the way that my process works, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about the property. Then I'll be getting you an offer on this call. If you're good with that offer, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We'll go over everything together. And then as long as you're good with everything on that agreement, we would sign it, send it over to the title company. They'll protect you guys as the seller, us as the buyers. And then we would just pick a closing date you're choosing to receive the money. And title would be sending that via wire transfer certified check.
And you're talking about like somebody good one.
Yeah, so we would go walk the property after we had an agreement in place, and as long as everything checks out with what I'm asking, I'm gonna ask you very detailed questions right now. As long as everything checks out with what you're saying, then we'll have no issues closing on it. Only time we've ever had issues is if like you're not telling us everything going on with the property, you don't know everything going on with the property, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'll be whatever you need to do. Yeah.
okay, perfect. Perfect. So, how's the foundation and structure there?
It's on one level. You talk about foundation.
Yeah, the foundation of the house and the actual structure of the house, is everything good there?
There's nothing I know wrong with it.
Okay. There's never been any cracks or anything like that?
Cracks where?
Like cracks in the foundation, cracks on the like sheetrock?
No, I mean, no. Now inside there was when I think before they put the roof on in one bedroom, there was some plaster in it had a little leak. It's patched, and the leak was stuff.
Okay, so there's still was like the ceiling fixed there, everything?
Yeah.
Okay. How old's the roof now?
Yeah. It was put on 2011. That's
2011. Okay. What about the electrical, plumbing, and HVAC? Has the electrical ever been updated?
No, I don't. I mean, not. I guess it's wrong with it. You know,
Okay, so it's the wiring's original. It's a 52 then? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that might have to get replaced then. Okay. What about the plumbing? Scammers getting scammed apparently.
YouTube chat running mouth today, bro. Nah, Nico, this isn't a con game at all, man. No
So
scam.
everything is like electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and everything is, or plumbing's original as well then, right?
Well, as far as I know, I mean, she bought it 68, and I don't remember having it.
Okay. Is there HVAC in there? Central air?
Outside unit. I'm saying new. It's probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
Central heat and air. Gas supply. Gas. Water heater is real recent, and gas stove. Recent. The only thing we took the refrigerator out. You can either buy it without it or I put a new one in it.
Okay.
Whatever. Don't have a refrigerator.
Is it public water and sewer there?
Yeah, city.
Okay, it's all city, cool. And then no, that helps then. Okay. And then on the inside of the property, when was the last time you updated the kitchen, bathrooms, floor, stuff like that.
Oh, let's see. I would have to guess that the kitchen was, yes, I guess, I think
What the fuck is a bloke is all I want to know.
It's just a guy.
Yeah, I don't speak in those terms, buddy.
Hydra, leads are coming from newly.com.
Okay. Okay. And then what about anything else that we'd have to do to the property? Any other type of work?
As far as getting it right for y'all to sell,
Yeah.
I don't know. In my opinion, it needs freshening up, like I said. I'm not sure what y'all do. The outbuilding, like it's been growing, now it's closed. It's got another little building on the back of it, the ceiling it has to be replaced. It's about 50 add on to the outbuilding.
Okay.
It will need to be replaced. And, just general freshening up, I guess. That's what we're going to do. Y'all want to probably spend about $10,000 on it. Just get it, looking good.
Okay.
It's all level lawn, and it's all like double lawn. The backyard is just big. It's basically, it's big one house. That's what it is.
Yo, you guys are weird today.
Straight up YouTube chat going crazy.
And then what time frame would you be looking to get this done in?
I'm saying today.
Today, got it. Okay. Typically, we get close in about 30 to 60 days, just depending on the transaction. Okay. Okay. And then, so it depends on the transaction for us. So typically, we will either be purchasing the property. Sometimes we work with other investors. We're going to be putting it out to our investors as well. And it just really depends on the deal. But with us, is once we agree on a number, as long as everything is good, everything adds up once we go to the property, we'll have no issue closing on this for you. Okay. No, so basically the way we work is we would get the contract started first. We would get a contract signed. As long as everything's good, we would open up title. We would get pictures taken of the property within 24 to 48 hours. And then we would basically have our contractors and finance partners go walk it. Usually it takes about another week or two to do that. And then from there, we're in the process of clearing title the entire time. Once title's clear, then we should be good to close it. That's just how we work. Yes, sir. And what's got, I guess the only reason that you guys are selling is you guys just inherited the property, or what's going on with that?
Yeah. There's two of them. And that's called, it's just not, and like they're probably,
How are you guys dealing with everything so far? Was it like unexpected or something?
No, not really. No, just long, good life.
But thank
Not
God.
too long.
Okay. That's a blessing, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And then are you guys local as well, or what's that situation like?
Yeah, we got this within 1 mile.
Oh, okay. So you guys are all in the same town then?
Okay.
Okay. And you guys sound like you're all pretty close?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. So give me about a minute. I'm just gonna place you on a brief hold. I'm gonna run some numbers. I see the comp that you sent that was sold, the one that sold for the, I think it sold for 389 or it's listed and about to sell for 389.
Well, but, one of them was listed for 398, that's 395, and they both sold. I don't know what the selling price was.
Yeah, it might have gone a little. They've been up for 33 days, so they probably went lower or the same. They could have sold for 390. The only thing is if you look at the pictures on these, most of these are they're in pretty good condition. Like these are like basically turnkey ready to go right now. With your mom's property, it's definitely gonna need some work. It's not like we're gonna have to like go crazy here, but depending on those mechanicals, that's the only thing that might be a higher ticket item that has to get fixed. Because like usually the useful. Go ahead, go ahead. No, no. So we were supposed to just have a phone appointment today. I apologize if you thought this was an in-person appointment. It was just supposed to be a phone call today at 2. Yeah, I think in a text we had said, would you like anything to discuss anything further during our call? So I do apologize for the confusion about that. Thank God you're local and it wasn't too much out of the way. I do apologize though. But yeah, we're here now, and hopefully we can get this worked out. I just got to look at the numbers. I just know, looking at it on the surface, we're probably going to be lower than the 400 grand. But I'm going to see what we could do. I'm going to try to get you the most we can for it, and I'll be right back with you. Just bear with me, and it's going to place you on a really quick hold.
Yep. If I don't answer it, I'll call you back. Or you can try me again, but I'll try to have to get where I hear you.
Can you just wait a minute? I was just going to put you on a hold really quick because I have the numbers up there in front of me.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Okay, just bear with me, please, brother. Okay. Poor guy. He went out to the fucking property from an AI set appointment today, but I guess this is the cost of doing business sometimes. Jordan, you have that happen to you yet? A seller go to the property because the AI set an appointment with them? Jordan? He hasn't turned down so you could focus, I think, guys. All right, let's move forward. I mean, this one we're going to be really far off, guys. Nico says he's getting mad slowly. He's realizing he's getting played with. This is how we do our process, guys. This is how you close sellers in one call close on the phones without ever having to go to the property and living from the beautiful city of Medellin, Colombia. That's how this shit's done. But yeah, let's see what we could do. If you want to buy my course, you could definitely buy it, Nico. It's $200 a month to learn how to do this shit virtually. But we ain't selling courses up here. We're actually closing deals. That's the difference there, buddy. You still there? Okay, okay, perfect. So looking at the numbers and everything, if the house was like fully remodeled, once it's fully fixed up, it's probably gonna go something in the 400,000 range. There's one that literally just sold, I think it was like 440. But basically it was done they that was like fully remodeled. Like they had new kitchens, bathrooms, floors, paint, the whole nine. Like it had everything that you would possibly do to a property in it. So for us to get yours in that condition, it's probably going to cost us about 60 to 70 grand of work. So we could get this done all cash for you guys, make it where you don't have to deal with any agents listing it, going through the whole show and dance of it. But we'd be coming in at 290 to 300 grand cash.
Yeah, no, that won't work. I appreciate your time.
Okay, so if you can't get anything near 400, you're just going to list it with an agent basically?
No, we're not hurrying. We're just we're so crazy to market this thing like well in this area. Very
No, I see the areas definitely going out. So you guys are basically going to fix it up yourselves if you can't get it done with an investor then.
Yeah, we're looking for a good farm bid. I want this now, but if not, yeah, we're going to spend.
Well, what are you thinking of doing for it then? Because like basically you'd have to spend if it's going to cost us 60 or 70, it's probably going to cost you guys something similar to get it. Say it again.
I'm with my cousin. That's what he does for a living. We can do it cheaper. We get, whatever. But anyway, but that's the only thing I don't think you're going to be able to buy it. I don't think. If you close the barn, let me know. That'd be a good farm bid.
Yeah, we just couldn't. Even if we came and walked it and everything, there's no way we'd be at 4. It's just like we'd be losing money the day that we bought the property. You know what I mean? Just got to make sense for both of us. Okay, well, if any, definitely. And if anything changes on your guys' end, or if you end up dealing with a bunch of people that are not getting it done, just let me know, and I'm here to get this done for you guys. Okay. I appreciate your time today, buddy. Take care. Bye-bye. I think we started off on a rough foot because he fucking went to the property today, thinking we were going to meet him at the property when that was never discussed. Fucking AI. He said,
Gotta
"Come
love
on, bud, but you're a closer." I mean, yeah, I'm a closer, but getting someone from 400,000 to 300,000 is not always going to get done, guys. It's like
facts.
I can close people that are closable. That guy is not closable right now at 300 grand. It's not how it's going to go. And that would have been a time waster if we were anything above like 310, 320. So it wasn't even worth too much. Let's see. I got another appointment in a few. No, let's go, John.
All right, Brian, thank you for holding for me, sir. You still there with me? All right, I appreciate your patience. So diving into the neighborhood, here's where I think I can be on a cash offer. I am going to be pretty close to the range that you said previously, somewhere around the 210 to 220 range. That's going to be cash. Now, with our cash offers, what we do, we're going to come in and cover all of your closing costs, and we would likely be able to help you with getting the agent taken care of as well. But so essentially, the price that you and I agree on cash, that will be net to you in your pocket at closing. I know you said you owe about what's it, 198 altogether, including the panels. So that doesn't leave you a huge chunk, but that's where I need to be at cash, about 210, 220. We get you closed out in 30 to 60 days.
Yeah, I think that's still a bit too low for me.
Okay. Given the fact that we're willing to come in and cover all the closing costs and fees, how close do you think you could get to that number if we came in cash?
Well, I know I had at least one offer that was 235. Somewhere in that range would be better.
Okay. So around 235, 240 cash, you'd consider moving forward at that price?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to my team about that in just a couple of seconds. But I did say I wanted to throw the seller finance idea at you as well. What I think I could do for you, seller finance, essentially, I come in at 260,000, and we will pay that to you over a term of 30 years, and we'll throw a 10-year balloon in there. So essentially what we'll do is we'll come in, we'll make payments to you by year 10, we'll refinance out, could happen sooner, but on contract, it will be the 10-year balloon on that, and then the 30-year term amortized. So we'll pay you a lot of interest up front, and what that would come out to monthly. Give me a second, I apologize. We'd be looking at about $800 a month in payments to you for the property. And what we could do is, since you have the balance, the mortgage balance, we could come over and essentially take over your mortgage as well. So we could take over the mortgage. How that works is we make the payments to the bank for you. Deed transfers name, loan stays in your name, but we make the payments moving forward. This is all contractual. And then the difference between what you owe and then up to the purchase price of the 260, that's what we'll essentially be making additional monthly payments to you on. So we could kind of take care of your debt and then pay you, about $60,000 over time on top of that.
Okay. And the solar panels, how would that work? Because I was trying to pay them off as a nicety for the next owner.
You'd have to pay the lien of the solar panels too, so we're gonna make sure you count that into the monthly payments.
So whoever buys the house next would be responsible for those, unless I again have the cash out available to just take care of that loan right away.
Sure. No, I hear that. Yeah, solar panels they're a beautiful thing when you're living in the house. When you're trying to sell the house, they just tend to kind of complicate things a little bit just because of the extra loan. But realistically, if we were to come in and take over your remaining mortgage balance at the 168, we could also just factor in making the payments on those panels as well. And I can break all this down exactly how much we would be paying you. And then I would just need to know basically how much your total monthly payment is. I would just want to take a look at your most recent mortgage statement. And then once I know that, then I can kind of wrap everything up and make it all tidy. And I could send it to you in a text message. So it just makes more sense. You could just see it. But before I do that, if you can give me a couple more minutes, I just want to go talk to my team real quick and see if there's any way I can get up to that 235 range cash, because I do think in your situation, that'll just be the easiest way to transact this property for you. We'll just get you cashed out, take it off your hands, and we get that done in the 30 to 60 day window and just get you paid out.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's good. I'll wait.
All right. Thanks, Brian. I'll be right back with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, check private chat. I don't think we can do it, but check it anyways.
He
Yeah,
wants two. This is listed though.
yeah.
And
Listed
what's
at
it listed at?
290. 290 is the current list price. He just said he'd take 235. ARV
54 days,
is
so it's not
like
terrible.
320, and it's in good shape. It just needs a cosmetic rehab. Roof is new, HVAC is new, water heater new, electrical plumbing solid, foundation structure is good. So I really think you just need to come in and do cosmetics, and listing pictures already look pretty solid. The hardwood floor in there, I'd probably keep it if it were me. So I don't think you got to
235 is
spend
too
more
high.
than
You're
20K.
better off financing it.
Huh?
I think it's too high.
Yeah, I
There's
think
no
so
cash
too.
comp trigger that oversold.
There's
So it's still
one
hard
cash
to
comp that I saw, but it didn't make sense, so I don't think it was accurate. Or no, that's cap. Incorrect. Wrong property. Yeah, no cash comps.
like there's one that sold public record for 305, but like
Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking. But that doesn't really make sense.
yeah, that was probably like let's see what that was.
Cash.
Wait, what year build is this?
This is a 92 build.
Hold on.
Wall Street might want it, eh?
That's what I'm thinking. There's
What's
Florida.
that? Wally World.
They don't do Florida.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't think 235 works, bro.
Yeah, I don't think we got Florida on Wall Street right now. Oh, good. 235. I mean, look, put it this way: you can't sell it to a buy and hold guy because the average monthly rent here is 1654. So the only way to sell it would be to a flipper. If you're going to sell it to a flipper, like, you know what I mean?
Flip calculator says, I haven't used the flip calculator in a minute. Say ARV 320, we're spending 20K on rehab. And
I mean, this outside needs to get power washed or some shit. This shit's ugly on the outside.
Yeah, it needs cleaning and painting for sure. I mean, yeah, it's not gonna work, bro.
That's a pool too, so it's definitely no for the hedge fund. Hedge funds don't buy with the pools.
Nah, I think that's a community pool.
And Nate Key said, "Let's go, Joey. Thanks for your content. Let's go, brother."
So close, so close. I mean, the dude just moved out, though. He should just take my sub 2 seller finance hybrid offer. That's probably the best he's going to get. All right, hold on. Sub 2 hybrid.
Somebody asked on Instagram what lead source. These are newly leads right now.
$1,000. I mean, bro, he could do 235, but he couldn't do 220. I mean, come on, man.
I think even at 220, you're going to be too high, brother. I only tell the truth. Oh, no, this isn't it. I'm trying to comp a JV right now.
I don't hate it at 220. It's
No,
not a banger.
Correct.
Payment. So then we get 188. So 260 minus 188. divided by 360. I mean, yeah, it's not very enticing as a hybrid either, bro. Maybe taking over his payments and then paying him $250 a month on $72,000 over 30 years.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't cash flow at all. There's no way with the solar, with like all the other shit that it has. There's no way.
Yeah, the solar really fucks it, bro. And you know what, man? It always does. I've never comped a property with solar and made an offer that worked.
We're doing a short sale right now on a solar property.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna tell him. Yeah. All right. All right, Brian. Thank you for holding for me, man. You still there with me?
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate your patience. So I was just running through this with my team, with my partner. I think the 235 is going to be just a little bit out of our range. I really think the best that we could do here, cash, is probably going to be right around 210. The seller finance idea is decent. However, it's the solar panels that really kind of kill that model and that strategy. So I think the best thing that I can offer you would be about 210, 215 cash max, get you closed out in 30, 60 days, take care of all your fees.
Okay. I'll hold on and consider it. I'll see how the price reduction in the house works for the next, I guess, month-ish, and I'll follow up and let you know if something changes.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. This is my direct number. You can reach me here at any time. Shoot me a text, send me a call. I'm happy to talk to you whenever. Would love to work with you on this, and wish I could get you more, but the data in the neighborhood just isn't supporting me getting up that high.
Understood.
All righty, Brian. Well, I appreciate you, my man. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and hopefully I hear from you here in about 30 days.
Yep. You too. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye. At Popka, Florida. Well, they listed this at 315. What? Yo, that's crazy. Anyways, they must got that good shit in Apopka. Send me a little care package in the mail.
Bro, YouTube is weird. Someone said,
YouTube.
"Hi, wait, why am I number 2? Oh, so what even is this?" Bye. Like, you guys are bored.
YouTube's going crazy today, bro. But anyways, what's up, the Cochrans? Cochrans. Is Rossi boy taking a call here?
Yes, he is.
I want to hear it. We are supposed to get together tomorrow. Yo, this guy's response to a dispo text. Listen, I have not purchased anything in Atlanta recently and divested all my properties. Please take me off your list and don't contact me or anyone else in my family again.
Jeez.
What?
Okay. My bad. Sorry.
Don't worry about my family's name, Siri. But like, what do you mean your family, bro? What? You call your grandma. I was actually just about to call your grandma, so I'm glad you said that.
Just about to call your grandma is crazy.
Fucking idiot, bro.
Rita said I need to send that NYC care package pack, Jordan.
Hey, don't send it to me, Rita. We're off the sauce, brother. Joey will have to fly out from Medellin to New York.
Whoop his fucking ass.
Actually, Rita, I'm gonna have to send you a care package out there in New York, bro.
We might have to send you a lifesaver out there in New York.
Yeah,
not a care package.
Let us know, man. But we'll
communism. Shit.
Golly, we'll get you out of there, bro. We'll send the PJ. We'll fly you out quick.
You gotta read it. Medellin never looked so good now, did it, buddy?
Dude, facts.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, let's see. Brian, We'll leave some notes in there from Mr. Brian. I'm gonna call Claudia. This lady hit me up from last year. Oh, I gotta call this lady too. What? What? This lady wants $990,000.
Why is it in 1970? What do I understand?
They relocated and they're selling. That could be a good novation. But she wants to close quick. Dude, house just appraised at 1.2 and they're willing to take 990. Why? What the hell?
All right, I got a call right now. Let's go. Hey, Judith, this is Joey calling. How's it going today? No. Mary works with me. She's on my team, but I'm the one that is calling. Yes, ma'am. So you're looking to sell the property in Atlanta on Myrtle Street Northeast? Oh, you're looking to sell it next year? Okay. Okay. I mean, we could, if it's something you need to wait until the new year to close in, we can always push back the closing. I'm kind of open to work with whatever time frame you need. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, how much are you looking to get for it? Yeah, I'm seeing that, but I'm just asking you, like, is there a number you're looking to get for it? Something you think it's worth? I'm gonna like typically I'm gonna probably come in lower than whatever people are saying numbers wise. It's just how it goes as being an investor. But how many square feet is the house there? 6,000, you said? I'm literally looking at it right now. On Zillow, it doesn't have the square footage. That's why I was asking. And then I saw on another software I have it 6,000 square feet. Okay. Okay. And there's a pool in the back, fully renovated, doesn't need anything. Okay. 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 And is it something where, go ahead? Okay. No, I'm seeing that. Is it something where if we did come to terms on numbers, you'd be ready to start the process on it today if we could close at your time frame? Okay. And are you the only one on the deed, or is there anyone else that has here for a call like this? Okay. Have you had a okay? Have you had a lot of these calls already? It sounds like. Okay. Yeah. I mean, no, I completely understand that. That's why we're looking at it right now while we're on the phone. I apologize that Mary said she was going to be on the call with you. I'll make sure I talk to her and correct that. That's on us, obviously. But yeah, I mean, as long as we come to terms on numbers, we could probably figure something out. I've got to dive into this, know exactly what's going on, and then I could get you an offer on this call. And then from there, if you're good with that, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We could go over everything together. You're in real estate, you know what those look like, so it shouldn't be too hard on that end. And then from there, we would sign it, send it over to title, and you kind of know the way the rest of it goes from there. So, well, you want me to make a $3 million decision? I'm gonna need some time for this, right? Like, I'm not gonna just wake up and, yeah, I can give you 3 million, and now we're good to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Typically, I mean, I could probably at least get you a range of where we could be at in the next 10 minutes. And then from there, if it makes sense for us to move forward, like then from there, we're going to go into the due diligence period. And once we get the contract at least in place, and then we'll know exactly what we got to do from there. If I go walk it and it's not in the condition you're saying it's in, then we're going to obviously have to rediscuss the price. But as long as it actually is worth 3 million, then I could give you 3 million. You know what I mean? It just has to the numbers have to be there, as you know, being in real estate. And if they are there, then we could get this done. If they're not there, then we could figure out a way that maybe we can get it done. Numbers just gotta be right for both of us. Understood. Okay. Why? I guess what's the reason you're not going to go with an agent on this, or is that in the plans right now?
To be honest, I am an agent. But I always
In
feel
Atlanta?
designer. Yep, and so I know the value. But you know what? Just because I'm an agent doesn't that mean I'm necessary. If someone came up to me and said, "Look, we can do it," and propose I give you the right price, why would I do that?
Yeah,
I look at as an agent, I will do what's right for me and for my client.
understood. So for me, I'm an investor, right? And I got to figure out a way with how can I turn a profit on here. An end buyer might come in and see, yes, it's worth $3 million. They pay you 3 million. All's good, said and done, right? But I'm not an end buyer going to buy this to live in this. I need to turn this into a profit. Whether I rent it out to somebody with a $3 million property, I don't know. I'd probably have to charge 30 grand a month to rent it to make any cash flow on it. That's already out of the question, obviously, right? Then from there, maybe. Yeah, I get it. But if I'm going to spend 3 million, I'd spend it on 10 properties, rent them out for 2 G's a piece, and there's a lot less risk there than trying to rent out a 30 grand a month property. You know what I mean? So the only other way for me to turn profit on here is to sell it to someone else for a profit, and then it's just figuring out the logistics behind that. So I could probably get this done. I just think the way to do it, it might be where I like list it for you, honestly, expose it to the open market. I'm not an agent. If we could figure out a net number that you guys are comfortable walking away with, and then we dealt with the entire sale of the property, I think that's the way to get it done if you don't want to deal with that part. If you want to deal with that part, you're the agent, you go list it, and that's between you and your property. Yeah, the only advantage is time.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I mean, I'm an agent. I'm a designer, so which is why I know the house. I rent it out on Airbnb sometimes. You know, I get 1,500, 2,000 a night. My son and I rent it out. We get a nice income.
Is there a mortgage on it?
Yeah, with the mortgage.
Okay, is it a big mortgage?
Yeah. No, it's not a big mortgage, so we're just taking out the hell off the decent capital.
Okay. It's the only other way to do it. It's either we do it where I expose it to the market for you if you don't want to deal with that side of it, or come up with something creative, like maybe I take over the payments on that mortgage and make payments to you. Those are, for me, the only two options to make money here.
Yeah, you know, and that doesn't work for us because as I said to Mary, don't come up with that scenario because guess what? We will do it. We'll do it because we have the money to spend on buying something else.
Okay, so you do need the money for this to go buy something else right now. Is
We do.
got it.
Yeah, we've got all our money into this. We need to renovate it as an investment. We've been there for 4.5 years.
Mhm.
So yeah, so again, it was a big risk because we have.
Yes, it is.
It was a disaster. You know, the whole thing was imploding into the basement.
Oh wow. Jeez.
So
Okay.
when I say it's a renovation, we literally took up the floor joist and rebuilt the floor joist.
Yeah. So you guys spent a lot on this one. That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I think honestly, if you have the time, I would list it yourself. If you don't have the time, I would take one of your agents that are in your office and give them the bone, have them list it for you, and then have them deal with it. Yeah. So you understand the number side of it.
I do. I just think if she's done or you've done a little bit of due diligence
Yeah, I mean, the first thing we're gonna do is look at the price, but I still got to talk to you to figure out the situation to see if there's anything we can do to help you. And that's usually how it works. That's why I started the call. Okay. Well, yeah, if it doesn't need anything and it's beautiful and there's no room for us to make money as an investment, then as I said, it's just better go list it, sell it with an agent, and that's definitely going to be the best option for you. Well, at least we confirmed it now. Exactly. At least we got to have this conversation. If I ever need any design work on our houses in Atlanta, I will let you know, and maybe we could do some business together that way. Well, hopefully you can make me a lot of money and I can do it in return for you then. Okay, I really appreciate your time today, Judith. You take care. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. Well, they're not always going to be winners, guys, and that one was there's no way in hell. But if I ever need design work done in Atlanta, she got me.
Let's go.
She took Mary very seriously, by the way.
That's hilarious. You named your lady Mary in your system?
Yeah.
Mine is Lena.
Where the fuck do you get Lena from?
I didn't come up with it. Can you change it? Man, Ross is just really in there having a crazy call. You don't want us to hear it.
I know. It's crazy.
What the heck, bro?
Chewing his gum, focused, locked in the pocket, but none of us can enjoy it. Here, I know how to do this.
Lead call, press any key to connect the call.
Hello, this is Jordan.
Hi, Jordan. This is Claudia Porro. I believe I have a missed call from you.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing, Claudia?
I'm going pretty good. How's it going?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Actually, we will market it internally first to all of our buyers.
Call me back,
whether they're flippers or landlords. And then we'll agree to a price with the owner, like yourself. And then if we don't get any bites in our internal network, we'll spread it out to the state. We'll even go nationwide. And then if that doesn't work as a backup plan, we'll use one of our team agents in the area and maybe put it up on the MLS and see if we get bites on there to meet your price. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. And most of that, you're flipping it out to your network before you're closing. I mean, you're trying to sell it. You know, there's going to be several markets you're going to hit. You'll try to sell it for 10 to 20,000 flip early on and do a simultaneous close on it, flip it out at closing, or like you say, to a hip pocket buyer that you've got. If you know you've got somebody that'll give you, you know, top dollar for it with some improvements, you'll start massaging them. You'll call them the first day. The house I sold down the street that my mother lived in, that was a
like for your real quick for yours, like the one you're living in right now. Did you have like a? I know we have an ever-changing, you said moving target. I think those are your words. Did you have that kind of magic number that would make you happy so you could dump that into the stock market or the casino?
Not right now. The reason I don't is because the people that give me my market data, I don't collect it. Open Door sends me a red, green, or black price update in an email once a month, whether it went up green, down red, or neutral black. I get these from 4 different nationwide companies. That's as far as the research I put into it. Your competition in this project is not me. It's not me. It's not my price. It's whatever your competitors on the top end that are easily accessible and have full market knowledge. That's who your competition is.
Right. Of course.
I mean,
so when you
usually your competition is going to be Open Door and TrueHold. TrueHold is doing some incredible stuff out there. I can't even believe they're doing that. They're actually paying about $20,000 a property more than what Open Door is, and they'll let you lease it back for whatever market rent is for 6-month leases. And they'll lease it to you indefinitely because they're not going to make any repairs until you get out anyway. But Truehold will give you about 20,000 more than, 15 to 20 more than Open Door, and let you stay there for as long as you want to. But a minimum of 6 months. If you move out in 2 months, you still owe them for 6 months.
But this wouldn't apply to you though. This wouldn't apply to you because you're going to be living downtown Dallas in that new luxury apartment, and you're never going to.
No. It applies to me because they give the difference is it applies to me other than I won't need a 6-month lease.
Right.
But unfortunately, that's where their parameters are. If I stay here for 1 month, then I still owe a 6-month lease.
Right.
The shortest they'll do.
Well, we've done this in the past where we'll just do a seller holdback. So if just say you wanted to stay longer prior to your full departure, we'll give you 90%, hold 10% in escrow, and then you head out of there 2 to 4 weeks later. You can use all the funding to fund your next venture, and it gives you ample time so you're not like running around. Because if we find the right either private investor or specific buyer for this one, a lot of them are sharks. They want to move quickly. We have executive decisions we got to make, but we also want to make you the most money possible. So there is
I will be easy. I just outlined that to tell you what Truehold is doing.
Right.
That won't apply to me. More than likely, because again, I'm a one-day move out.
Yeah.
So I don't need their, while they're doing the 6 months and they're doing some stuff, the only thing that's important to me out of their analogy is they're giving $20,000 more money than Open Door is. Open Door will only do a 15-day lease back, but none of that really matters to me. That's just telling you what your competition is. The only thing that matters to me is the money, because I don't need any of the other amenities. I don't even need, maybe 3 days just to be on the safe side, but I don't.
The only problem that I look at is a lot of homeowners that are money focused, right? They might go with the highest offer, but typically what we hear is they'll call us back maybe a month or 2 later when the contract falls out, is because they either got beat down on price after it was put under contract, or it was marketed maybe to other people or investors and it was just too high and they couldn't perform, they couldn't close. So yeah, I'm money driven too. I totally get where you're coming from, but there's a common theme where the best offer is usually the lowest probability of actually closing. Does that make sense?
It does with most people. It doesn't with me. It doesn't with me.
That's good. That's good.
If you fail to close, it doesn't bother me at all. I'll just continue to live here. My monthly code is $400 a month. Doesn't bother me. When I put it under contract, I have the option of not so much as packing a toothbrush. I don't care whether it closes or not,
right?
Because I don't have any faith in anybody closing anything until nothing is sold until I get the money in my hand.
Right.
And then I run it through one bank, and then as quick as it clears in 3 days from one bank, I move it to another bank and let it clear 3 more days, and then I put it in the final bank. From there, it's almost impossible for anybody in the world, even the feds, to claw the money back.
Right.
I've been to
Smart man.
Before.
Smart man. I like that. I like the moving it through banks thing. That's
well, and there's nothing illegal with that. I mean, it's
that's a power move.
You file on your title company insurance, on your owner's policy if you don't like something. I mean, you inspected the property. I'm not trying to con anybody or anything like that. What I'm trying to do is keep business people from dealing with me in a harsh manner, because I'm also a business. I'm not an individual. I'm also a business. I'm not business.
Of course.
In doing so, if you run it through, I have actually had the house we're talking about has been under contract before. It was under contract back in the last market high. The people came in, they were not national buyers, they were local flippers, mom and pop, but although they'd been to some seminar. They went through their Rolodex trying to flip it out for $10,000 before closing. They came up to me. And they went through their Rolodex and they couldn't get it flipped. Well, they didn't have the money to take it down personally then. They didn't have a line of credit. They didn't have the cash. They didn't have anything.
Seems like it was. I mean, if they couldn't even wholesale the thing, then likely, I'm just throwing this out there. They might have put it under contract a little bit too high. Was that? Do you think that might have been the case?
That would be an answer you could come to, and that would be the answer that most of the people would come to. Now let me give you another answer. They only had 2 people come look at it. Their problem is that their flipping network was not
just wasn't strong enough. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what the real problem was. They send their people out here under the pretense that this is their business partner and they want to do it all to. It's somebody else that actually.
Real quick, because I do have to jump on this next call, Larry. Sorry. Larry. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, we haven't even done first names in so long. We've been talking for a while. All right, Larry. So. You have a game plan kind of relatively formulated. You're obviously money driven. Let me ask you this: like, why not just list this thing on the market?
Because I don't want to pay 6% real estate commission.
Okay.
I don't want to have to pay.
And then you have to deal with agents that might not know what they're doing either.
Exactly. I sold 9 houses because I was the only realtor involved. You don't have a listing and selling brokerage in properties. You just have you. And I took the lender out of it to where I didn't have to do that because I was a lender also. Exactly. I don't want to have to list it with a realtor because I have to pay 6% real estate commission. Plus, I'm going to have to pay the title policy for the new buyer because that's very customary.
Right.
So I'm going to have right at 7.5% come right off the top. I'm not interested in that. It's not worth it to me.
Okay. But if you work with an investor though, I mean, hey, we got to make a little bit of money too. We're here to help, but we can't be always doing God's work or we're out of business, you know?
I realize that. And if you go back to the earlier example, the last house I sold, they made me an offer. We were $5,000 apart from their first offer, and what I wanted is I thought was realistic. Okay. It would happen over a 15-minute phone conversation. I was able to do the math down the road at 70 miles an hour of what top end money is and what everything that they needed to make their money out of it. Close in, close out, etc. We were only $5,000 apart.
So you're all right. So you're a realist.
You're dealing with a very knowledgeable seller here.
Right. You ain't no bozo. I get it.
In doing so, we were only $5,000 apart from their offer and my desire. We settled halfway in between, but didn't hold that up. And we closed in 10 days.
Right.
That particular property, within 90 days, flipped 3 different times. They bought it, they sold it again, then they bought it. The final owner of it was 5 owners down. Wow. Everybody in the middle made at least 5,000 to 10,000 minimum. So, am I realistic that you guys need to make some money? Sure. Do you need to make money because you only have 2 people in your flipping arsenal as buyers? Then you're the wrong person.
Of course.
If you're a knowledgeable buyer, then there's plenty of money for you to be made. You can sell it out, flip it out 4 damn times before you get to the final end user and still make money on it.
Right.
But if you're such a stupid buyer that you've only got 2 people to flip it out to, I'm not going to give up all the profit on my end just so that you can run around and say you're a house flipper.
No, we would send it out. I mean, as far as our money partners, I mean, we have just in Texas, it would probably touch 500,000 people's eyes if we put it out.
When you write a real estate contract, I don't know if you write your own or if you use a standard TREC, but the standard TREC, which is written and approved by the broker lawyer committee, which has 4 realtor brokers on it and an attorney, etc. But it's supposed to be equal for everybody, the standard TREC contract. Mm-hmm. That standard contract has incredible outs for the buyer. It has incredible remedies for the buyer.
Right.
It doesn't have anything really that's an out for the seller.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're getting the price you want, why would you want out, right?
Well, if you're getting the price you want, flip it around. Why would you want out if you're the buyer? If you're getting the price that you know, I mean.
Well, you don't know till you get feedback. That's the thing.
Well, they're supposed to be educated buyer. It has 30 outs minimum, easy for the buyer. It has none for the seller.
I gotcha.
With me, I don't need an out. Again, I'm not packing so much as a toothbrush.
Right.
My out will be that I will write in there. My only out is I've got 3 days to pack and move and get out. That's all I want is 3 days. I'm not going to do the 6-month lease with you. I'm not going to do any of that. If we get hung up between me wanting 3 days and you want 6-month lease, then we got no deal to begin with. We didn't go. They're not going to hold you up. That's all I need. All I need. The only out
Yeah,
I
you're simple. You're simple.
From there, I don't care if you close on it or not. Because I have aligned my business to where I can move out in 1 day. 12 Rubbermaid toasters. And
Guys, Louis Chapetti came into the chat on Instagram and said this guy's going to be talking for an hour. Well, he is, and I digress.
Let me, yeah.
You give me a call when we get closer to, and probably what you're hearing from this, if you're really listening, January and February is probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be closer to March to April, maybe even in May, because I look at the market every day. I don't mean this ugly or anything, but before you up this morning, I'd already been up 3 hours reading every economic report that could come across my desk.
That's awesome.
Everywhere from China, Russia, Dubai, Australia, the U.S., who's doing what in court, what the oil companies are doing. I've done 3 hours worth of reading before you ever got up this morning, and I don't mean that ugly.
Right. I got you. No, you know exactly.
That was fucking ugly.
I hear you. All we're looking to do is to see if we can either add value to your life, or we can make some sort of a deal work. But we're not here to force one either. So
and adding value to my life is awful hard when you're 64 years old and you're a multi-millionaire living in a $250,000 house with everything paid for, and you're flipping quarters off a stripper's ass at 3 a.m. It's hard to have value to my life. I don't think.
Ew.
All right, fair enough. All right, let me do this. I'll save you down regardless. I'll send you over my information. Because
you can start calling me at the end of January, because the bad thing, like the last house that I sold, I talked with a lot of people. The one that happened to catch me when I was smiling down, driving down the road 70 miles an hour, looking at my tax return where I owed fucking nothing.
right.
That guy called me, and I just looked at a tax return where I owed nothing. I was expecting
Zero is the best number. That's the best number. That's when you know. That's when you know you're winning.
The contract in 15 minutes. You know, by the time I pulled the driveway, the contract was already sitting on my computer. He actually bought the property because I got good information from the CPA. I mean,
nice.
And I was out. It's going to be the same way on this one.
Let's see if we can make
6 or 7 months to decide whether I want to live in Fort Worth, Dallas, Arkansas, Miami, Florida, where I want to live.
Miami's looking good, especially if you're a single guy. I think there's those spicy Latinas would jump all over you. You know.
Yeah, it's a lion scene down there. I'm fooling around with a TikToker down there, and I'll tell you what, when I stay with her, I rent a car. I put a safe, a little hand carry fireproof safe in the trunk of it. And before I go in her house, I put my wallet and all my credit cards and lock them in the trunk, locked in a safe inside the trunk before I even go in her house.
That's great.
All right. TikTokers and all of those girls are pit vipers.
For sure. Yeah. Watch your 6 on that. Okay. All right. Let me shoot you a text with my info, Larry. Let's see if we can get something cooking the beginning of next year. And then we always have an option. We always have an option of partnering on the deal too, where we might be able to just flip it together and profit share. So that's an option too. Okay.
Sounds great. Appreciate talking with you. Send me your information and enjoy your evening.
All right. You too. Take care, Larry.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the quarters off the stripper's ass, you disgusting fuck.
This guy's out of control. I had
That guy was
two calls, and both of them were yappers and freaking out of their minds.
Ross. You attract them, bro. I don't know what it is. You fucking you always attract these yappers, bro.
They're full blown, like
Ross, you need to do a meditation
There, I think that we
away
can.
from yappers is what needs to be done. Because
I'm gonna focus on just driver
Okay.
personalities.
Yeah.
Just
Claudia, I think
focus
I
on
can make
straight reds.
$60,000 work here. 60,000 cash.
I gotta hop
So
on that, guys.
if you are ready to get moving on this, I would love to get moving on it as soon as possible. I can get a purchase agreement over to your email in the next 15 minutes. And once we get that signed, I'll send it over to my transaction team, and I'll have her. Her name is Tara. She'll reach out to you, and we can get the process started. I would like to get inside and get some updated photos if that's possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're ready to move forward, I'm ready to get that purchase agreement sent over to you.
Okay, and then this agreement, will it be valid for like what, 30 days, 60 days, or how do you guys do it?
Yeah, we typically do 30 to 60 day timeline on our agreements.
Right. So, is there, okay, besides the photos, I mean, I know I know the condition of the house. I'm not worried about any of that. But what would be like, it would just, we would just, I'm not sure, because I've been this far before, and I've signed like 2 or 3 different times, and then it hasn't, it just feels like, I don't know. To me, I just want to know, I'm signing, agreeing just on the number, and then what does that mean for me and you? Like,
We're not signing off the deed yet until we get to
what
closing.
would be a reason why we wouldn't close, or in that case? You know what I mean?
That's a fair question. The reason that we wouldn't close, really, in my business, when that happens, it's when a property is represented to me in one way, right? They say it's in good condition, there's no repairs that are needed, and then we go and walk the property. And this is a true story. We went and walked the property. We agreed on a price, signed the agreement. When we went in for our inspection, we found a gaping hole in the middle of the kitchen floor. Right. So in that scenario, obviously there's only 2 options. Option 1 is I call you and we renegotiate the price to take that into consideration. Or option 2 is we would just call you and terminate at that time. Because that's just an increase in our rehab cost after we take down the property. And that just has to be factored and considered. So other than that, though, there should be no reason that we don't close on the property. I
get it. Okay, that makes sense. Oh my gosh. And I just get so nervous when signing stuff. I guess, okay, there's another question. So right now we're in November, the first week of November. So then we wouldn't anticipate closing until after Christmas, because I just have to take into consideration my mother-in-law, that she pays me rent, and then I have another tenant there. So, I mean, she knows that I've been trying to sell it, so she wouldn't be surprised. But I just want to know her timeline so I can give her an idea when I call her and tell her, hey, there's going to be an inspector going, and hey, this and that,
Yeah, absolutely. So 30 days from today would put us at about the 1st of December. That'd be about December 6th, December 7th, and then 30 days following that would put us about the 1st of January. So yeah, if we'll put 60 days on the contract, it is possible that we close after Christmas. However, it is also highly possible that we close before Christmas. That will be my goal. As long as that fits within your plans and your family's plans who are in the property. If that works for you guys, that will be my aim. But we always just put 60 days on our contracts just in case anything comes up through the title process. We just want to make sure we have enough time to account for that.
Right. Okay, I don't mind the 60 days. I know that it takes time and things happen, and I have to sign addendums to extend, so I understand the 60 days is definitely okay. All right, so hold on, we should do it, right? Yeah, okay. please, yeah, just send it to me, and then let me go over it, and then I will let you know, or I'm sure you'll get a notification once I sign.
Okay, that sounds good. If you can actually just give me about 5 minutes right now, I'd like to just place you on a brief hold, get this typed up and sent over, and then we can just pull it up on this call. We'll go over it together, and we'll get it signed, and then we'll get the process started first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay, I have another question. Are you, because I've had this experience, like I told you, with the other investor that I had, she told me that her and her realtor will purchase it for themselves, but then she ended up listing it without my knowledge. Are you planning on doing that kind of thing? She even showed the property, you know, which I didn't mind. I just, are you purchasing, is your company, are you guys purchasing it? Or are you trying to do double closing, or just so I'm aware?
Yeah, no, we most likely won't be doing a double closing. That is an option though, but to address the listing of the property on the open market without your permission, I can assure you that will not happen. There is a strategy that my company uses to do that, but if we were to go that route, you would get a phone call from me and we would discuss that, and we'd lay it all out A to Z, and I would want you to agree to that and feel comfortable with that before we went that route. I would never do it without your permission. So for us, it'll just kind of be a straight cash sale, and there will be no listing. When we do inspections, it won't be any formal showings with an agent. It'll just be our team coming in to walk the property, take some photos, verify the condition and everything like that.
For sure. Okay. Well, that sounds good. And if you can just send me the email. I'm in the middle of cooking something. So I promise you, I will, as soon as I get it, I'll look it over.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I can do that. What's on the stove? What you cooking?
Oh, eggs.
That sounds good. That sounds good. I could go for some eggs. Need to get some protein in me for the day. All right, Claudia. Well, I appreciate your time today. Give me about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll get that sent over to you. And let me just confirm really quickly.
Let's go, Jordan. I would have still said, like, we will sometimes give it to our other partners. We do that strategy, but I was just like being as transparent as possible. But other than that, let's go. He's going to get this contract, 60 grand. Thank you, ma'am.
He's got to book that call, though. Book that call. Don't. Anytime it goes out to the atmosphere, no bueno.
Yeah, no, 100%. Got to try to.
Perfect. Thank you again so much, Claudia. I will shoot this over to you in just a couple minutes, and I will shoot you a text to let you know when it's in your inbox.
All right, sounds great.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
I would have told her to finish making the eggs while I'm typing up the contract. I'm going to leave you right here on hold, and I will be right back with it. And then I just need you to pull it up for me really quickly, and I would have pushed one more layer right there. That's my only critique from the king closer.
What about this? Because she was obviously giving pushback. I thought you handled the pushback really, really well, Jordan.
Thank you.
And she's clearly been
so modest there. He's like, thank you.
No, she's clearly been fucked over in the past. That's the issue.
1000%.
So
let me am I allowed to give you my critiques, my Joey critiques, my real ones?
You're gonna do it, brother. Go ahead.
You know. So when you were getting towards the close, I would have literally just given her the if you're good to go, I'm gonna do this, and just made it more affirmative. And I think that would have cut out of a lot of the hesitation, because like she definitely was hesitant there. I think you did handle it good with you being calm and being you. But I think had you had just gone with a little bit more of like the if I do this, are you good to go with that? And you give the give and take, I think that would have got her just a little bit firmer right there. But she still signed the contract, so it's not like you did anything wrong here. I just think that's my critique I would give. And then I would have just pushed one last time on that contract.
She didn't sign yet, right?
No.
Right. So what about like when she was talking about like cooking the eggs? I'm distracted, but in 10 or 15 minutes I can totally look it over. What about immediately saying I'll shoot you a text once the paperwork's ready, and then we'll jump on a call and review it together?
That's another way. 100%.
Yeah,
I would have pushed.
that is what I will do. I'll text her, and when she says, "Yeah, I got it," I'm gonna call her because I'd like to read through it with her.
I would
Yeah.
have still pushed one more try right there. Just been like, you're making eggs right now. Like you lightened her up so softly right there. So had you had pushed one more try, you might have kept her on the phone while she made the fucking eggs and signed the contract. That's what, like, straight up, I've done that before. That's the only reason why I've got, like, you got to know you got to always ask past the first no. It's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm making eggs right now. I'm cooking. What are you cooking? You're making eggs. How long does it take to make eggs? 3 minutes, right? Like,
Yeah.
this ain't a
If
20-minute.
you're Joey, yeah, Joey turns it
Ain't
on extra
unless
high
you're
and
slow
scorches
cooking
that
them. While you're
shit.
slow cooking them, or you frying them, you could ask, like, fuck. But
And if it's
that's
a
what I would have
Thanksgiving-
done to not get her off the phone, because once they get off the phone, the value of despair gets sunken in. And sometimes they're like all that nervousness. Now she's by herself. Now she might be like, fuck, like this is getting real. I don't know if I want to do this. The whole nine. So I would have pushed one more time. And then if that doesn't work, then do the exact thing Russ just said. And there you go. You got a recipe for closing, guys. Bill
Oh,
Complex
yeah.
is saying, I was saying,
when you noticed towards the end when the objections that she was throwing at you started getting a little bit easier after you handled a couple of the big dogs that came through, you
Mhm.
know, what's the next natural progression? Like, it seems like in her mind she's close, but when you're, oh man, it's like those are the toughest ones when it's like, oh, I got this going on right now. It's like, I don't know. I've lost a lot of deals like right here.
Yeah.
well, that's why I push to keep them on the phone to at least try. Like, it's all about how you push. Because, like, a lot of people would be like, oh, well, you're just being too fucking pushy, Joey. But at the end of the day, it's like, no, 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 no. Like, I've had too many sellers hang up the phone and never hear back from them again for me to let them off the phone. So that's why I'm very adamant on that. It's like, no, I'm gonna push nicely, but be like, okay, so is there any way that we could do it like this? I always ask my voice like that. And if they're like, yeah, no, of course, okay, perfect. If they're like, no, absolutely not, let me make my fucking eggs and I'm gonna call you back. Okay, my bad. Like, completely understood. I'm gonna send it up, I'm gonna type it up, and then you just soften them again, and then you call them back. So that's the way to do it, guys. Hyro said I would have asked what happened with the other company. She wanted to vent on that. That's a fact. I would have definitely said that too. Try to dig into that pain a little bit. Figured out what happened with that other company. I wasn't paying attention to the beginning of your call. I don't know if we could hear it, so I don't know if you went into that. But I would have leaned into that too. Like, what happened with the other guys? Where were they locked up at? What if they were at 60?
Yeah, no, we did talk about it. I asked her where her offers were coming in at. I let her tell me where her offers came in at. I let her talk to me about that lady, the last contract she had. We did talk about that when she was talking like, yo, that lady straight up listed my fucking house, didn't tell me about it, and couldn't close because there's an easement issue that she needed to get handled before banks would loan conventionally. And so like we did talk about it, and I confirmed that all the easement paperwork is like prepared. The new owner would just need to get the neighbors to sign and notarize the documents, and then it becomes not landlocked, and then it becomes available for conventional. So I hear y'all for sure. But we did discuss it a little bit while I was muted. I think that was before I was off mute. But I've also worked with this lady before.
You've
This
already
is a
done a deal
lead.
with her?
No. This is a lead from my old CRM though, and I couldn't get her locked up last year. And but I did
Did you let
send
her
her
off
a
the phone?
contract. I did send her a contract last year, and the way she got in touch with me was by emailing me off of the DocuSign email from literally like July 2024. That's crazy. That's never happened. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, I hear y'all. I mean, always room for improvement. You know what I mean? Not
This is
perfect.
how
We
we
could
get
always do
better.
it better. But we'll lock her in, bro.
I fucked up on a call earlier today. I didn't go through my upfront agreement, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was just like flustered on the call. I'm like, "This never happens." But first call of the day, sometimes it happens. You fuck up on your process, and you learn. So not gonna be perfect, guys. A quick update: that assignment that we got signed 2 days ago, $31,000. Buyer walked it. Everything's good, and he posted his deposit. So we're good to move forward. Let's
Let's
fucking go.
go.
That's
Shout
the
out to
biggest one
you.
to
Shout
date.
out to the
Me and Rita
team.
will have closed together. Shout out to Pluto. Shout out to Rita.
Shout out to
Fucking
Pluto,
go.
man, for real. That's a big one for the first one. And yeah, Rita's gonna be stoked. Rita needs that one, man. Wait, what the? How we do that? Man,
Let's go. I'm gonna do a soapbox and I gotta get the fuck off here, guys, because I gotta do a deal review with my team. So let me get going with that. But who wants to start the soapbox so we can get out of here?
soapbox. I'll do it. I'll start it. What are we talking about today, though? What are we feeling?
I already know what I'm talking about. I got a good one today. Actually, I'll start
Yeah,
fucking. Let me go
yeah.
for
Go
once.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Entrepreneurs don't drive themselves crazy with their goals. They drive themselves crazy with their deadlines. This gave me chills at the gym this morning. I'm not even joking. I was literally walking on the treadmill, listening to my audiobook, 10x is easier than 2x. And I heard this and I was like, holy shit, it's so fucking true. What if it took 10 years to get to where you guys wanted to go? What if it took 20? What if every 2 years you 10x your money and you did it every 2 years for the next fucking 10 years? Where would you be? The issue that we always do, guys, is we don't drive ourselves crazy with our goals. It's not like, oh, I want to make 100K a month. I want to make $1 million a month. We're good at setting goals. We could definitely do that. But we drive ourselves crazy with our fucking deadlines, which means like, okay, if this year I wanted to make 7 figures this year, and this was gonna be my first 7 figure year, and I hit 650, like that's gonna drive me fucking crazy, right? Because like in my mind, I'm like, no, but I need to be at 7 figures this year. It's been fucking 5 years in the business, blah 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 blah. How am I only at fucking 650? But it's like, let me ask you guys this: have you ever done a $650,000 year? No. If you did 650 this year, is it safe to say you could do 1.2 million next year? Probably. Because what did you do last year? So it's like when we're setting our goals and we're setting all these deadlines for us, you need deadlines. It's not like you don't set deadlines with your goals. That's why we do these challenges, right? Like a road to $1 million in 75 days. But let's say that we get up here and we absolutely fail. But we, instead of getting to $1 million in projected revenue like we want to do here, we get to 750. Like,
Not
I
going to
don't
be
know
bad.
if I'm mad at doing 750 in projected revenue, which means in the next 2-3 months I'm going to close $750,000. Like, I'm a piece of shit if I'm getting mad at that, and I'm actually an ungrateful fuck. So what we got to realize, because I was having this conversation yesterday, guys, like my business has gone, I think 7 or 8 months consistently closing deals, like without a single month without a closed and funded, right? And there's been times this year, like in the last 8 months, where we've had fucking gigantic months and we've had really low months. And on those really low months, I'm sitting here and I'm like, fuck, but like we were on track to be doing 6 figures a month, and fucking now we're not there right now. What the fuck? And you get pissed at it. But it's like, I don't know about Joe, but if I look at my business last year, there were periods of time where we didn't close a fucking deal for a month or 2 months consecutively. And like we're closing more deals than we've ever closed. I've literally done more in assignment fees than I've ever done this fucking year. I will have made more money this year than I've ever made in my entire life. If I combine the last 4 years, I've done more this year than I did in the last 4 combined. But it's like I could sit here and be ungrateful for that because I'm not at the 7 figure mark yet to end this year. Or I could be fucking grateful for it and be like, brother, we are fucking at such a good place right now. Like, who the fuck cares where we're at? Like, the deadline is what's going to kill you. It's the fact that, oh my God, it's almost fucking January and I'm not where I want to be yet. Okay, well, we're fucking almost in January, which means we're setting ourselves up for the next year, which means set some big fucking goals. Get up, like, make the action steps to get to those goals. And if you do it right now, then yeah, you might not end this year where you thought you were going to when you started this year, right? But I guarantee you can end next year on the goal that you set out for if you started fucking now. So stop focusing on the like right now where you're at, because all you got to do is look back at the last 6 months, the last 2 years, the last 10 years, and where you're at is probably a hell of a lot better than where you were the last year, 2, 10, 5, or whatever. So that's what you guys got to start focusing on. It's focus on the progression and understand you're going to get to where you want to go? Or what if it took 10 years? What if it took 5 years? It's a hell of a lot better than 25 years sentence that you get if you're working a fucking 9 to 5. So
Facts.
leave it at that.
Love
Preach
that.
it, brother. That's that sauce.
Who wants to bring it home?
I got you. So I read a book a while back. This was actually probably 5 years ago. This is one of the better books that I've read in that time span. It is called Extreme Ownership. I know a lot of you are familiar with that book. It's pretty popular, kind of just in the wholesaling world. But it's been a while since I read it. And Joey and I were talking recently, I think like last week, and we were just kind of talking about it taking ownership for life, for business, for all of it. And I just kind of been thinking deeply on that. And I was just thinking about everything in my life. I was thinking about my business. I was thinking about my health. I was thinking about my relationships. I was thinking about my kids and my family and all of it. And I just think that I realized, and I think I had forgotten this because it's been a while since I read the book, and some of these principles did stick with me. But listen, everything that's happening in your life, in your reality right now, every single fucking thing, it's all your fault. Everything, right? And I know a lot of people will argue that, like, oh, but what about this person who did that and blah 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 blah. Listen, I get it. There's a lot of shit that happens externally. It feels like it's not your fault, but for some reason you were there to experience that, which means it's your fault, and you got to take ownership of that. And I was having these thoughts. I was working out this morning. This is something I'm working on. Working out for me, it's not easy, but I want to be healthy. I don't care to be a bodybuilder, what the fuck ever, but I want to be 70 years old and I want to be fit and I want to be running around the soccer pitch with my grandkids because I can, because I took care of my body, I took care of my health. I ate right, I exercised right, whatever. I also want to be successful in my business, and anything that's not happening how I want it to be happening in my business, well, guess what? It's my fucking business. So it's my fucking fault. And I need to find the solution and I need to solve it. And then things will happen the way that I want it to. So I just want to share with y'all, man, like, listen, if there's something in your life going on right now that you don't like, take ownership of that. It's your fault and it's okay. That doesn't mean anything negative. It just means you are the one who needs to realize that. And once you accept it, you're going to be better poised to go and find the solution to solve that in your reality. So take ownership. And if you haven't read that book, go get it. Great read. Highly recommend.
Just got to give Jordan his flowers for taking action. I told him 2 days ago to get on that fucking book, and he's already diving balls deep into it. So let's go.
We don't waste no time, brother.
That book is absolutely killer, not only for like leadership and management, but just no joke for any position you're in. Just being a human. That book is so killer. All right, so since you guys did kind of the books and the philosophy, I'll get a little bit more tactical, just to kind of throw a wrench in things, because we all need to. So I've had a couple, like today was just complete extroverts, yappers, sophisticated sellers, etc. When people are going on rants, we have to kind of guide them. All we're trying to do is see the forest for the trees. The seller is going to, whether you know it or not, they are going to pull you down into the shit they have going on in their life. And it's up to us to continually and strategically zoom out so we can see the big picture, because the seller will never see it when they're in their own funk, or if their life's going swimmingly, maybe they didn't see that either. But we're either there to confirm that there is a pain point or to confirm that there isn't one, meaning to disqualify. So you have to be very conscientious and mindful and active listening while keeping control of your emotions so you don't fall into the quicksand, which is that seller on the other end of the line. So when in doubt, zoom out a little bit, look at the big picture, and try to find a way we can add value to their life. Because if we can't add value, like this guy right here, I couldn't really add much value to his life. Towards the end, he was talking about how great his life actually is. There wasn't enough pain for him to take a discount on his property, meaning that's a no-go. But through all of his rants, I was able to ask better questions and then finally zoom out enough to make an ultimate determination like, this ain't it. No deal. So just be conscientious and be mindful. Treat every lead like it's the only one you have on these calls, regardless of their personality type.
100%. That's fire.
100%. I love it. So, guys, we're going to get out of here. Everybody go have a good weekend if you guys don't see us. And make sure you guys get in the fucking Wholesale Collective. 25 leads, 200 a month. Can't fucking miss it. 3 calls a week. Was good. But I will see you guys next week. We're going to be back here Tuesday and just keep running shit up. It's a successful week. We got $31,000 assigned this week. We have fucking like 10 other property visits going on at like today, tomorrow, yesterday, everything. So I'm sure we're going to start next week with some new assignments, but let's just keep this shit running up, boys. I will see you guys when I see y'all, and peace the fuck out, everybody.
Much love.